Hi everyone, this is Kristen, editor of Scope. I am very excited to take you behind the scenes of my article, Shattered Lives. It's the story of Dania, an 11-year-old girl from the country of Syria. Since 2011, Syria has been locked in a brutal civil war. The violence has destroyed houses, shops, neighborhoods. It has killed at least 200,000 people. And it has created one of the largest humanitarian crises in nearly 20 years. In 2013, Dania and her family were among the millions of Syrians who had to flee the country for their lives. I'm often asked where we get our ideas for the stories we put in Scope. The fact is, we have been wanting to write a story for you about refugees for a long time. We kept seeing pictures of Syrian refugee children in the news. We were haunted by their faces. We kept thinking they were just like the kids we knew. The kids we saw running around on playgrounds, sitting in classrooms, kicking around a soccer ball at recess. The story of these Syrian children, we felt, needed to be told. As part of my research into the refugee crisis, I read 2 books and dozens of articles. I watched news reports. I learned that Syrian refugee children are being called the lost generation because many of them have been out of school for years. As I learned more, I began to feel overwhelmed. I wondered if perhaps the story would be too upsetting, too bleak. I wondered if it was too hopeless. The truth is, I often feel that way when I first take on a Scope story. Whether it's about a girl with cancer, boys who fought against Adolf Hitler and the Nazis, or a family caught in a terrifying wildfire. But then, I think of you. I know that these are the stories you are curious about. I know how much you want to understand these things that are happening in the world. And as I've learned in my years as a writer exploring these types of stories, there is always hope. Sure enough, I found hope in this story too, when I picked up the phone and talked to an amazing woman named Francine Uenuma. Francine works with an organization called Save the Children, and she had been helping me with my story for weeks. In fact, Francine was the one who had recommended Dania for my article. I asked Francine how she can do her job day after day in the face of so many people suffering. She told me that she doesn't focus on numbers. Instead, she focuses on individuals. She pointed out that for a refugee, something as simple as a blanket, a book, or a pair of shoes can have a profound impact on the quality of his or her life. Right now, all over the world, aid workers like Francine are dedicating their lives to helping refugees. They are trucking in food. They are piping in clean water. They are distributing tents and clothes. They are setting up job programs and schools and working with governments to assist refugees. And that is why I wrote this article. I wanted to share with you not just the story of Dania and the millions of children like her, but also the inspiring story of the men and women working in some of the most dangerous places on earth, dedicating their lives to help.